It's TBIC, the best in sports entertainment. We're here live in Empowerment USA. I want to give a shout out to a player from Davidson College, a player who's kind of I'll say that on the off season he stays below the radar. He's never in the headlines, never in the media, never someone who's making a big splash for anything other than good things like Steph Curry, who I'm speaking about. He just made his 4,000th three-pointer against the Sacramento Kings. He had 4,000 threes in his career. This is something that's an amazing feat. I don't know if someone will ever do this again. I don't know if this will ever be something that will be broken. I know a lot of players may come close, but 4,000 three-pointers, and he still maybe has 5 or 6 seasons to play in the NBA. Steph Curry has won 4 NBA championships. He's been notably someone who's been pushed the needle, been in the played for won the gold medal. I think he has 2 gold medals. He's someone who's always ready. You never can count the Golden State Warriors out as long as they have Steph Curry on their roster. Steph Curry is the ultimate competitor, and then also he's actually took a GM role, or I'll say a recruiting role with the Davidson basketball team, which he played college basketball for. Steph Curry, he's the spokesperson for Under Armour, probably the lead athlete of Under Armour Sports. He's done it all. He's someone who we see. If you want to see someone who stays out, like I said, stay out of the media, lives right, always is prepared, always a game changer, someone who you can expect to show up every night. And I would take my hat off to Steph Curry and his accomplishments, and I look forward to great things from Steph Curry. Also, in the NBA, we do have some other breaking news in regards to the NBA. We do have some news regarding the fact that the Los Angeles Lakers. I'll pause. Sorry. So we have some more breaking news. Also, we have some news from out of Philadelphia 76ers. Paul George, he's been playing through all types of issues. He had to plan through the groin, the finger, the knee, ailments this season. He's battling so many injuries over the course of the season, and now he's contemplating, speaking to doctors about what he should do next. I believe he's going to shut it down. The Sixers probably aren't going to make the playoffs. Paul George has been averaging 16 points in this injury-riddled season. The Sixers underperformed this season. They didn't have Embiid, wasn't the healthiest. Maxey played fairly well. Paul George didn't play fairly well, due to the injuries. And I can admit that. And even I want to commend him because he took a back seat. He kind of shut down his podcast, stating that he wanted to back off the podcast and kind of focus on the Philadelphia 76ers. Ultimately, the Sixers didn't pan out to do what everyone expected them to do. In my opinion, I thought Paul George was a little old. I thought that he was kind of, a little over the hill as far as being a superstar in the NBA. For $50 million a season, I think the Sixers could have probably spread that around and got some other core pieces. But they wanted to make a splash. They thought that bringing Paul George in was going to be the thing that got them over the hump, got them to the next levels to possibly win an NBA championship. But it's not going to happen, and I don't see it happening next season. I don't see it happening. I think they're going to end up. It's going to probably end up in a bad breakup, in my opinion. I don't see Paul George being able to rewind the clock and be Paul George of old. The Sixers got him at the end of his career, so pretty much what you have this season is what you're probably going to get from Paul George, in my opinion. Now, do I want to see him succeed? Yes, but as a Philadelphia 76ers fan, I would like to see him succeed, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think that ultimately he's going to be, nothing more than what he was this season, possibly a little bit more healthier next season, probably get the average up to maybe 19 points a game, but ultimately I don't see that being enough to propel the Sixers to championship aspirations that what they may have, but I don't think it's going to help them, so we'll see what happens. So we're going to take a brief commercial break. We'll be right back. It's TBIC, the best in sports entertainment. You need home care services for yourself or a loved one, but you don't know where to begin. If you don't want to wait in a long line to the welfare office, or hire someone to do the work for you, or you're just tired of the runaround, please allow Mecca Care to help you. Call now, 215-644-8341. 215-644-8341. It's TBIC, the best in sports entertainment. I want to welcome everyone back after a brief commercial break. So we're back. I want to speak a little bit about the Oklahoma City Thunder. I know they have the best player in the league. People are may say it's Jokic, but in my opinion, the best player who should have won an MVP last year is going to win an MVP this year. You know, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's been playing out of his mind. Just recently, just taking down the Boston Celtics, you know, putting on a show, you know, showing why he's the best player in the league. You know, against the Boston Celtics, this is a team that hang their hat on defense. You have two young defenders, and Jaylen Brown and Tatum have two young defenders, and it was just no match for the skills and the ability of SGA. SGA was, you know, doing what he did all season to everyone. Now, can this translate to them winning a championship? Can they win the NBA title this year? Are they going to be there when it's all said and done? I don't know. There's a lot of good teams. The Lakers are actually got a lot better, moving to the second place. Have Denver Nuggets. You know, you have a lot of teams there. The Houston Rockets are playing fairly well. Even coming on late, the Golden State Warriors, who are winners of 6 in a row. But ultimately, the number one team in the Western Conference is OKC. These young players play well every night. They're defending. They're, you know, making the right play. I don't even know if they have any veterans on their team. It seems like the whole roster is just young. You know, everyone under 30. So it's just like they're just playing out of their minds. So we'll see what happens in regards to them. I just think that they have more than enough talent to make it out of the West. Now, as far as winning the championship, I don't know. They have more growing to do, more things they have to prove. But they remind me kind of the early, I'll say the Golden State Warriors when they first won their first championship. They had the young Klay Thompson, they had Steph Curry, they had Draymond Green, a bunch of other role players, and they played fairly well. This team here at Oklahoma City Thunder remind me of that team. Remind me of that team that won the first NBA championship. So it's just like, you know, it's like a mirror. It's like a split image of that team. So I would like to see what they do. They have it all as far as, you know, the MVP. They have three-point shooters. They have defenders. They have shot blockers. They have it all on that team. So I can see what happens. It's TBISC, the best in sports entertainment.